Hello there. My name is Harry O. And this is Urego Blessing Literature in English TV. We at Urego Literature in English TV say a happy and a prosperous new year to all our esteemed subscribers and viewers. It is our heartfelt prayer that the Almighty God grant you your heart desires for the year 2025. Once again, happy, new, and prosperous year to you all. In this video, we are going to treat the topic literary terms, also known as what? Elements of literature. The beauty of every course or profession is the use of its language or terminologies. Like every other course or profession, literature has its own terminologies, its own language suitable for communication. In this channel, I will treat the terminologies of language in different three ways. One, under elements of literature or literary terms. Two, under dramatic devices or techniques. And three, under poetic devices. Here we are looking at the literary terms. The terms we are going to look at here are terms used across the three genres of literature. One of the terms we are going to look at here is theme. Theme can be defined as the main or central message in a story. It is the author's purpose or aim of writing. Theme can as well be defined as the universal issues raised and treated by a writer. In a work of literature, whether poetry, drama, or prose, there can be major and minor themes. Plot. Plot can be defined as the sequential or orderly arrangement of the storylines in a work of literature. It is the under in which the events are arranged and narrated by what? The writer. There are two types of plot: organic and episodic plots. An organic plot is a plot in which the storylines run from one to the other. In other words, one storyline or events is a continuation of the previous. It provides what we call chain of events, where the events, the narrative is what? Connected. The events in the story are what? Connected. As you move from one, you enter the other. While an episodic plot is a plot in which each of the events or storyline in a novel, drama, or poetry stand in isolation. One of the events may not necessarily be connected to the next, or it may not be a continuation of the previous plot line or events. Setting. Setting means the place and the time of events. There are two types of setting: geographical setting and the time setting. Geographical setting refers to the geographical location or place where events in a story take place. while time setting refer to the age or period in which the event take place. We can talk of characters. Characters are the persons we read about in a story, whether a novel or play. The characters may be real persons assigned imaginary or fictional roles by the author, or imaginary persons assigned human attributes by an author to achieve his purpose of writing. Characterization. Characterization is the process or art of developing characters. It is the author's way of imbuing, that is, assigning human attributes, qualities, and the roles to characters in a story to make them appear like real humans. In other words, even imaginary characters begin to act, speak, and behave like real humans, making the work more realistic. Flat characters. A flat character is a character that does not have depth, that is, much roles. It has limited roles in a work of literature. A flat character is also known as a one-dimensional character. Often, flat characters do not change in their behavior or roles. In most cases, flat characters remain the same from the start to the end of what? A story. Round character. A round character is also known as multi-dimensional character. A round character is a character with depth, deep roles, many roles. He plays vital roles in a story. Round characters always change positions or roles as the plot progresses. Omniscient character or narrator. An omniscient character or narrator is a character or narrator who knows everything about the other characters in a story. He is able to tell us what is going on in the mind of other characters, what they are doing, what they are about to do, what they have done. He is omniscient. It says that he knows everything concerning the plots, from the beginning to the end. An omniscient character or narrator is also known as a what? God narrator. Then we can talk about protagonist. A protagonist is defined as the main or central character in a story, around whom the story and events of a novel or drama is woven. The protagonist is also known as the chief or the central character. A male protagonist is called a hero, H-E-R-O, while a female protagonist is called a heroine, H-E-R-O-I-N-E. Antagonist. An antagonist is the chief, the main, the central opponent, opposer, or attacker of the protagonist. The role of the antagonist is to bring the protagonist down. He fights for the downfall of the protagonist. The antagonist is also known as the opponent, the attacker, or the opposer of the protagonist. The antagonist is also called villain, V-I-L-L-A-I-N. Then we can also talk about Allusion. Allusion refers to the mention or a reference to an event different from the event being discussed by a writer. An event supposedly known to the readers or audience. A good example of allusion is a poem called Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained. The real title is Paradise Lost, Paradise Regained. Then we have what is called satire. A satire, yes, before I come to satire, let us look at allegory first. An allegory is a fictional work in which animals or other non-human things behave, speak, or act like humans. It can also be defined as a literature work where the author uses symbolic elements to feature what happens in the society with the aim of correcting an ill or wrong in the society. Allegories are always funny, amusing, and ridiculous. Through the work of allegory, a writer points out a laughing situation, laughing stock in human behavior. In most allegorical novels or plays, we see animals acting, speaking like humans. A good example of an allegory is Animals Farm by George Orwell. Then we can talk of point of view. Good. Point of view is the angle or the perspective, the dimension from which as readers we take an issue, our own view of the issue presented by a writer and our judgment on it. And then now look at satire. A satire is a work of literature which ridicules. You know, you must be very careful when we talk about a satire and an allegory. Although both have elements of mockery, ridicule, and amusement. Dropping your observations, constructive criticisms, and the recommendations on how I can improve on the quality of this video at the comment section. Remain connected to Urigo Blessing Literature in English TV always. For now, I am out of here.